like Nat King, I'm doing the dad thing. I speak of wondrous, unfamiliar.
What up, world? It's your boy Elijah, man, sports nerd. Today I'm here with my boy Mike Johnson. Before we get into Mike, give a shout out to V. A little sick right now. Next week we will be able to get him on. I thought we was gonna get him on this week, but again he's sick. But get better, bruh. But to my boy Mike, man, this is probably one of the greatest high school players I've ever seen play a day in my life, man. The YouTube clip will be down below where you can check it out for yourself. But hands down, one of the best athletes I've ever seen play. He knows, I know. But at the end of the day, man, he used to make magic on the field. But Mike, introduce yourself a little bit. Tell the people about yourself and your credentials, where you went to that whack college. And talk to us, man.
I ain't gonna let you disrespect me too many more times. Man, we ain't even been on them for 2 minutes, man. Nah, but man, I appreciate that though, man, for real.
All day, man. All day, man.
But yeah, grew up Fairfield. Graduated from Rodriguez, 08. Had a decent little career at UNLV. Did arena ball for a little bit after that.
I got you, man. We just wanted to introduce you. I mean, if you would have went to a good college, man, your career probably would have been booming, man. But that's a different story. We ain't even gonna, we ain't gonna get into that today. Our first topic, man, we're gonna get to is this Marshawn Lynch situation, man. Sitting between the national anthem, him and Martellus Bennett, definitely did. I wanted to know your opinion on it, how you felt in regards to the situation, man. If you want to touch in regards to Cap situation as well, you can. But just want to get the viewers about how you feel.
I mean, I don't know, man. It's. I feel like Marshawn Lynch doing it. I don't know if he's ever done it. I never noticed it before out of all 11 years or whatever. But I mean, to me, I feel like if he's doing it, he's making a statement for a Cap. I don't think he's making a statement to like start the whole Black Lives Matter shit again or whatever, But I think he's just doing it out of respect to Cap as to I stand up for this flag once y'all give my man his job back, the job that he definitely deserved. To me, that make more sense to me for him doing it. That's what I think Marshawn Lynch sitting down on the bench during the national anthem, man.
Got you.
For Martellus Bennett, for a person that's outspoken like that, you already know why he's doing it. He's in the media. He's explaining why he's doing it. For Marshawn Lynch, you can only speculate, and that's my speculation. I feel like he's sitting down because that's something that Cap did last year, and he doing it out of respect for his man this year because he knows that out of 32 teams in the NFL, he could be starting on at least 5, 6, 7 of them. So it's like, why he don't have no job?
I got you with that, man. Like I said, I was watching it, man, and Bleacher Report said that he's been doing this for some years. Again, we haven't noticed it, I guess, in the regards because it was Marshawn. But for me, it's a national anthem. For if people were to listen to the Star Spangled Banner and they were to hear the whole stanza, I mean, he talks about slaves in his third stanza and his second. I believe in his second stanza. But it's not pro African Americans. So again, we're saluting a flag. Don't get me wrong. I am grateful to be in the United States of America, but at the same time, we aren't all equal. We aren't treated as such. You know what I mean? So I do understand why Cap was, taking a kneel in regards to oppression. I mean, Marshawn has talked about a couple of issues, you know what I mean, in regards to when he was on, I believe, on the late night show. He talked a little bit about it in regards to Cap kneeling and stuff like that. Like, he's expressed himself. But as you said, even with Martellus Bennett, same thing. I mean, outspoken, and what he's definitely sitting for. You would just hope that this does something, man, for these owners. I mean, this is not really doing anything. I think Skip Bayless kind of said it best. I mean, if the black athletes did sit for week 1, what would the owners do? Owners would have to do something differently because that's billions of dollars coming out of their paycheck. Now they're affected by their money. Right now, I mean, one person.
I kind of agree. My bad.
Go ahead. No, you good. You good. Go ahead.
But my opinion with that, like, yeah, if all the black athletes set out week 1, yeah, it'll cause a stir. But they're not gonna lose money unless they do it 2-3 games in a row.
True, very true.
You can't just do it one time. And on top of that, you got to get everybody in line. I feel like you. I don't want to call you ignorant or stupid or anything, but I feel like you kind of trying to be ignorant if you can't understand the real meaning behind what he's doing. If you're continuing to be like he's disrespecting the military for doing what he did, then you just choosing to be ignorant because it's it's plenty of evidence out there for one, and then they got them explaining why they're doing it, and you're still just
ignorant.
It's like you're not comprehending it, but it's like purposely not comprehending it because it's flat out. Is there's evidence of it, almost once a month, at least a couple times a year.
Man, especially last year, man.
Yeah, and then on top of that, like you have, Cap, Bennett. They both of them is explaining their stance, and they still choosing to be like, oh no, they still choosing to see it as him disrespecting the flag. So it's like you just choosing to be ignorant.
And like I said, man, at the end of the day, I don't think when Cap first started, I mean, he even specifically said what he was doing it for, and it was so many people talking about he's disrespecting this and disrespecting the military, and I had one somebody on Facebook try to tell me the red and the white stands for the blood and sweat and tears of the military, and I was just like, yo, that's definitely not what it stands for, man. It isn't, man. And I
sounds sweet.
I mean, it do, but it is nowhere near nowhere near that.
Prove it.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I literally went to the U.S. government website to get specifically what it meant, and I hit on some facts. But back to the main point, with
and he probably still said it meant.
Oh yeah,
it meant, huh?
Yeah.
That's the same way that they view in the Cap situation.
Same.
Like it's the fact is right there in front of you, but fuck that. I want to believe what I want to believe.
That's it, man. Like, I mean, at the end of the day, I think a lot of light has been shed on it. Is anything gonna change? No. I mean, we've seen a lot of people with the Eric Garner situation. The police get off. The police officer get off. You know what I mean? Not even.
Oh yeah.
Nothing.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I mean, we.
I don't even wanna,
yeah. I mean, trust me. Like I said, there's plenty of situations. You know what I mean? If we go talk about.
No. The sickest situation is the Philando Castile.
Oh yeah, no. That was the worst one. I feel like that was one of the worst ones.
Like after they let him off, for them to release that tape, and it's the video that I've been watching in court, and y'all said he was innocent of everything. Like, not a thing. They didn't even convict him with child endangerment for the kid being in the backseat. Nothing.
I mean,
after seeing that video, that's like a slap in the face. It's like, man, justice is not equal.
I mean, I think one of the things that was scary for me, man, I kind of put myself in this situation. Like, the daughter was literally in the back seat. The bullet, I mean, as you know what I'm saying, with being in Nevada, if you were to shoot, the bullet goes through things. So all the bullet had to go was through him and hit the daughter. So for me, that always, it hits me a lot more. Don't get me wrong. I'm not saying the other ones do not matter. This one just meant a lot to me based upon me having a baby sister. And I know my sister is always in the back seat when I'm in the front. And I could just imagine if something like that were to happen. You know what I mean? And it's just, again,
to me, that was just a slap in the face. Like, why would you, why do you release that? It's already bad enough y'all let him off. But to release the video right after, damn near the same day. Maybe the next day. I don't know when.
I mean, that's why I said, man, you can go with so many different situations. You know what I'm saying? We could talk about
that one, but that one was kind of like the final straw. Like it's just kind of like, how do you expect anybody to believe in this until you start seeing the change?
I mean,
you can't expect nobody to like. I ain't gonna lie, I got pulled over the other day. I'm like, bro, I'm nervous enough. I was pulled over. I'm trying to be calm, like I'm keeping everything calm, but nigga, my fucking hand, I'm like, shaking. I feel like cop probably like that.
Man, I mean, like I said,
it's tension no matter what. Like it could be the nicest cop, but it's like I'm black, you a cop. It's tension.
Always. Like I said, man, this is one I think a topic that we've talked about. Me and V's talked about. James Michael and me talked about last week. It's just something that I feel like it needs to be addressed, man. And I'm kind of glad we able to talk about it because I think everybody has their own opinion. You know, we're always, shedding light. I think Brandon Biner said something a couple of days ago on our comment. He was just like, I'm glad that you guys talked about. He was like, I'm glad you guys talked about, certain things because there are certain things you shed light on that I might not have knew about, but you guys put, shedded the light that, made me aware of certain things. So, that's what I'm kind of glad about in regards to when we do this podcast. We're able to express ourselves from the light of what we see and what we're a part of, from the community in which we see. Everybody is different. Everybody, goes through things differently. But I think for the black community, man, I don't think there's too many races that are scared to leave. To get pulled over. Where we're shaking and like, oh my gosh, what's going on? Something's gonna happen. So, but yeah, man. Like I said, I appreciate your comment, Mike. We're gonna go for the last topic of the day. I want to know. No, let's go back. We can go back a little bit. I want to know your opinion in regards to. Do you really? We kind of touched on it. Do you feel Jay Cutler should have got that Dolphin spot over Cap? Because right now with Tannehill going down for the whole year, that's basically Jay Cutler's. Yeah, he basically got the starting job.
As far as like ability wise, no. Probably want to. I don't know. It depends on how their offense is, but I know him and that head coach play together before, so I can see as to why they would pick Cutler over him in that situation. But if it was like how the Ravens are right
now. At the same time, like I was telling James, man, you can even look at the Colts. Nobody's talking about Andrew Luck being down. He's having back issues. And as everybody knows, man, when you have back issues as a quarterback, ask Peyton Manning, man. Like you get hit from the back a lot. Man, you know what I meant, man. But in regards to that, man, they take a lot of beating.
But who's the close backup? And did they trust him? Because Angela was out a little bit last year and they had to play with him, and they didn't need.
At the end of the day, you don't trust your backup. I'm sorry. If you can get a starter over a backup,
but you're getting. But essentially you're getting Cap to be a backup though.
True in the sense of, but at least he could play out a year.
But if you already trust your backup, then it's like, I guess I'm kind of playing devil's advocate because I can see what you're saying, but at the same time, I can see why the Colts aren't going after him. They've already played with their backup. They know what he can do. They trust him. Why bring in this new guy, teach him a new system?
I got you. And
they both gonna be on the payroll for the same role. So now if Luck get hurt and he hurt for the end of the season, and the dude come in and he asks, and maybe he's still out there or whatever. A different argument,
because at the same situation, man. That's like when you go to the Dolphins. I wouldn't have had Matt Moore. I would have had Matt Moore compete for the starting spot, not be a backup. Because Matt Moore played. Matt Moore played some good ball when Tannehill went down last year, and I'm not saying he was an elite quarterback, but as a backup role, he did what he was supposed to do in regards to making sure his team was, I would say, didn't miss a beat, at least in the beginning. Don't get me wrong, they still lost, went to the playoffs, still lost, but I feel it didn't suck just from him. It was all around, you know what I mean? Because you could point out when the Texans went to the playoffs without having a starting quarterback, that's why you sucked.
Yeah.
That's just my opinion in that regard.
Yeah, I guess it's a different argument for different teams, but there is the bottom line. There ain't no reason why he shouldn't be on the roster right now.
True. Again, like I said,
that's the bottom line. He should be on the roster.
Ryan Fitzpatrick got a contract. Matt Barkley got a contract. Come on, man.
Privilege.
It gotta be because think about it. No, but you can't even say that because EJ Manuel got one.
Hey, we gonna see
Geno
what he's gonna
Smith,
do down here in the Bay.
huh?
We gonna see. We gonna see what he's gonna do out there in the Bay.
Man,
He might be playing wide receiver. He might be playing wide receiver by the end of the season. You don't know. You don't know.
But yeah, man. Last topic of the day, man. Reason why I bring this up is because I've had a lot of people, kind of get their opinion, but I want to see what your opinion is and what kind of facts you're gonna bring behind it. But who do you think the greatest of all time is in regards to a basketball player? Or the NBA. I'm sorry, the NBA's greatest of all time.
Shit, man. Kobe.
Why?
Well, I mean, not of all time, but
Of all time, man.
of all time, of all time, Jordan.
Why Jordan?
Come on, bro.
I gotta ask. This is what the best. Some people gonna ask, so I gotta ask.
Hey, I ain't had time to brainstorm with a bunch of stats. I can't throw those stats out there. But you know, it's Jordan. Like you can't name nobody better than Jordan. You name me a person better than Jordan, and I'll make an argument against it. How about that?
I got you. For me, you already know. I'm going Kobe. I feel like Kobe is better than Jordan. The only thing that you could say in regards to that Jordan is better than Jordan got 6, Kobe got 5. But this is my opinion. People say, in regards to that, people always say, well, Kobe had the same team that Mike had. If Kobe had Phil for all his career, Kobe would have won more rings, hands down. Hands down. I'm sorry.
I don't think so.
There's no regard.
You can't even say that.
Why? Why can't I say that?
Because Kobe damn near wasn't even starting until Phil got there.
But that's what I'm. But that's
what difference would it have made? So what difference would it have made?
If Phil was there, it's the
Kobe wasn't impacting the Lakers the first he was impact. He was
he was Kobe. It was Kobe.
Yeah. But he wasn't Kobe until
no, he wasn't Kobe until the second stint. You could say that, or until the second. You could say the last championship with Shaq.
No,
the last championship with Shaq. That's when he came into his own. That's when he came into his own. Or he started being the alpha male, as in instead of being the sidekick to an alpha male.
I feel like I don't know if I'm overthinking this or whatever, but I feel like Kobe always had that dog in.
Oh
no,
to
be
sure.
That alpha male, even from day one, even when he wasn't starting, even when Eddie Jones was starting over or whatever. You could always see there was gonna be Kobe team. So I don't know if I don't really get what you're saying when you feel like.
So when I say
Kobe got that at the third ring, I feel like Kobe, maybe had more of an impact at the third ring, but
I feel like as in he stepped out of the shadow. You know what I mean? I feel like he was that shadow of Shaq.
So he was in Shaq's shadow.
That's it. That's what I feel like. Don't get me wrong. He still was the alpha. He still had the alpha dog mentality, no matter what. We seen that when the first stint in his rookie year when he played against the Jazz and he shot 3-4 air balls. Like at the end of the day, alpha male is gonna keep shooting, man. We're gonna keep shooting until we get it right.
So you saying I was Shaq in the first 2 rings?
Come on now, man. Shaq was MVP to all 3.
I'm just asking you.
I'm just again, you know what I'm talking about. But you got to play devil's advocate. I get it, but I'm throwing that out there. There was no other big man dominating and changing the center position other than Shaq. Don't get me wrong. Wilt did his thing. Then I wasn't around when Wilt was around, but from watching YouTube clips, he did change the game. But
I feel like Shaq was the last great big man.
Yeah, you could throw that out there.
He's the last great big man, but
So this okay. Let me answer this.
So you think he was the best, of all time, the best big man of all time?
No, I think Wilt was the best of all time, hands down. You weren't gonna stop him.
Yeah, you weren't gonna stop him because that nigga was he's 6'10", and when the whole league was 6'2". So
I'm just saying, man. Hey, like I said, at the end of the day, I don't.
All right, so if he's the best, I think Shaq was the most dominant.
Oh yeah, no. See that you didn't ask that question. Shaq was the most dominant, hands down. That's why he changed the position. I feel like there was no other player throwing elbows, and it was okay to throw these elbows on the court.
That's just a different era of basketball.
But no. But I'm saying,
because them elbows ain't popping today.
oh no, they not. That's a
You
tech.
can't do
That's
none
a
of that
tech.
shit.
That's a tech right in the head. That's a tech. He's out of here.
Yeah,
But the reason why I brought this conversation up is because a lot of people always say, "Well, LeBron is the closest to Jordan." No, and I think my argument to that was, look at the team. I'm not even saying the first 3 rings. When Kobe had his last 2 rings, who did he have on his team? Sasha Vujacic, Jordan Farmar. I mean, you could say well, he had Powell, he had Lamar,
yeah,
he
say
had
you
Lamar.
going straight to the trash niggas.
I mean, he had
the
Lamar.
nigga,
Okay,
the
he had
niggas
Lamar and
wasn't.
Powell. He had Lamar and Powell. Don't get me wrong, good
Yeah.
players. But did he have
look,
all stars?
But don't downplay Lamar like that nigga wasn't.
I'm not saying again, but
he wasn't Lamar and Chloe Lamar. He was just Lamar.
Again, was Lamar still wasn't greater than? I mean, D Wade. No, Chris Bosh. You could say maybe.
You could argue he was as dominant as D Wade.
In what regard, off the bench with the second unit?
I mean,
or the first unit we talking?
Like he was one of the first like stretch bigs, bro.
I'm not arguing with you.
He was a mismatch every single time he got on the court because Biggs was still 7 foot and slow.
Yeah,
and he's 6'10", and he could bring the ball up the court.
Like I said, in my regard, I'm talking about LeBron has had all-stars with him every time he is how he's had a ring. You talking about D Wade, Chris Bosh, and Ray Allen? That's a big 4. Then you go to Cleveland. Before you even go to Cleveland, you're making moves to get your trade going where you have Kevin Love. And I don't care what people say. If Kevin Love go to the right system, Kevin Love, I'm not going to say he's going to be a 20 and 20 dude again, but Kevin Love is still a decent, better than...
He's still good.
For a third option, for a third option.
In that system. He's boo-boo
in that system, yes. But in regards to Kyrie, like, you got one of the best point guards in the league.
He might be the best. I don't know.
I mean, again, that's what I'm saying. That's an argument for a different day. Because
you can make an argument against anybody you throw.
That's what I'm saying. You could throw again if you say Kyrie is the best, then you got to argue with John Wall and Steph Curry. What you gonna do?
As far as pure point guard,
I mean, if we talking pure point guard, none of them are pure. You talking about pure point guards? It's gonna be Chris Paul, still the best. That's a pure point guard. Come on, man. That pass. We talking pure. I'm not talking about a scoring point guard.
Yeah, I guess. Yeah.
I mean, Kyrie is more of a.
I think I said the wrong words. I don't think I meant to say pure point guard.
Okay, as a scoring point guard, oh yeah, hands down, he's probably the best. I don't know how he does that little floater shot that he does, the little layup every time.
It's because sometimes I really think he left-handed, bro.
Man, he makes it look so easy, bro.
Yeah.
I don't know how he does it, but he makes it look so easy. But like I said, man, again, with the reason why I don't ever say Jordan is because I didn't watch Jordan play, and I wasn't there, and I wasn't around when Jordan came out. You know, in the late 80s.
That's why, greatest of all time, Jordan wasn't far enough back. Like, I can't argue for nobody in the, 60s, 70s. Like,
I feel you.
Like how you say, Will, like, whatever, you can have that. I can go off on only what I heard.
That's what I'm saying, yeah.
I'm not YouTubing no boring ass, slow ass,
black and white
game. Like, nah, I'm not watching none of that. So it's like, but you would go back and watch Jordan, and you feel me? Like, I wasn't too young to watch Jordan. Like, I watched Jordan win some championships.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
And I watched Kobe win a championship.
All of them.
I like Kobe more. Like,
I still buy Jordan.
I just feel like Jordan is the greatest thing. If you gotta put somebody at the top, I feel like Jordan is right there. But
I got you.
As far as number 2, I feel like Kobe number 2.
Again, sure. Like I said, I don't think anybody is above Kobe. Again, this is what I've seen. But if you're gonna argue with something, yeah, you could say Jordan's above. Okay, I'll give that to you. But in regards in regards to if you're talking about a next 1A, Kobe is the next 1A, man. You talking about LeBron?
Because right now the fight for number 2. Because I'm not ready to give. I'm not even ready to give LeBron over Kobe yet. So I'm for sure not ready to give LeBron over Jordan. I'm talking like legacy too. I'm not talking just like
I mean, I got you.
like numbers.
I
But
mean,
like
in
all,
regards,
like off the court though, Brian the dopest nigga off the
oh
court though.
yes. I mean,
For sure.
LeBron is starting with
Off the court.
agencies, and I mean, but you can also argue, Jordan was the one that was the trendsetter. In regard, I
Fuck
mean,
all that.
I
Fuck
mean,
all that.
I'm talking about in regards to shoes. He was the only one
Man.
really that branded. You rock Jordans? Like, come on, man.
Man, I can tell you last time I bought a pair of Jordans, nigga. I'm not paying $225 retail. Nigga, what? Nigga, I got them same ones, nigga. I got the what's the pack that pack that came together? I forgot what it was called, but it was like 2 pair of Jordans in the same box, big ass box.
Defining moment packages.
Damn near was one of them for $200. Now you want me to buy one shoe for $225?
I got you.
Jordan, get out of here.
All I'm saying is he defined that.
LeBron, man.
I mean, don't get me wrong.
I just fuck with Brian moves off the court. Like off the court, I fuck with Brian like too.
I mean, again, I hate him.
I really like him off the court.
I mean, off the court, I like him in regards to what he's doing and sending kids.
Like his team off the court is way better than his team on the court.
Rich Paul be doing this thing, man.
Like for real, like man. Shout out to all of them.
But shout out to y'all. But yeah, man, in closing, bro, like I said, man, I just want to give you a shout out, man. Thank you for coming on. You didn't have to. But I appreciate you coming on, man. Hopefully I can get you on more during the season with this NFL season coming up, since you got a lot of expertise on that quarterback position.
Fantasy drafts.
I mean, I'm just saying, man, you a little whack at times, but I mean, hey, when you had the ball in your hand, man, hey, it was like magic. I can't lie about that. But man, like I said, I appreciate you, man, coming on. But everybody else, thank you for our subscribers tuning in. We appreciate y'all. Everybody else, again, man, you guys can subscribe to our YouTube channel. If you don't even want to listen to us on YouTube and watch us, you can go to our iTunes page, man. It'll be at the bottom. And you can be able to listen to us on the go on our iTunes podcast. But if you have any questions, man, hit us up, debate us, comment, please, man. Give us something to debate about with our next time. But we appreciate you, Mike, coming through. Everybody else, man, we will see y'all soon. All right.
I used to dance in high school. I used to pass out music. I still pass out music. The people's chant must be everything the people can't be. I'm getting artsy fartsy, house full.